Hello and welcome, Sula. Sorry, everybody. I said hello to you. I should just wave. My dogs go crazy. They're going to think somebody's here, and nobody's here. All right, I'm just bringing you up on my tablet so that I can see comments. I don't know what that is. I gotta make sure the volume's down on this. Yeah, it's muted. If you're here, say hello. Get you some coffee, get you some tea, whatever you're gonna drink. Soda pop. I got my iced coffee right now, which is almost gone. I probably should have got some more. Hi, Diane. Everything look good on the screen on your end? I feel like I have a little shadow. I got a lot of cords going on here. Let me see if I could fix some of this cord hoo-ha. I thought I would show you guys how I don't know what to do with this cord. I want to get it out of the way. How I do multiple card making, like when I'm gonna make lots of cards. I guess it's the best it's gonna be, but now I tripped everything, made y'all crooked. Oh, falling out of my holder. Sorry for the hands. Go make y'all dizzy for a minute. There we go. All right, I won't touch nothing more. Maybe. All right. Trying to keep you guys all centered. There we go. So, anyways, I thought I would show you guys how I make, this is one of my Christmas cards that I want to do. There's like a couple different I want to do. But I thought I would show you how I create and do mass producing. So the first thing I do is I create one of the cards. I write down all the directions on a piece of paper of like what size I used and everything. So then after I've done that, then I could start mass producing them. So for this card, I want to make 8. Now I've already made 1. So that way everything stays even still. So this would be considered one of my 8. I got some glitter on it. So I'm going to set this over here and I'm going to get out my cutter. And I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to bring out the Whisper White. And if you cut this in half, you take your 8.5 piece, you put it in, what is this, horizontal. And I'm going to put it on my 5.5 inch mark. And I'm going to cut them in half. So now I have 2. Then I'm going to get out another piece of Whisper White. And now I have 4. And then I need one more piece of Whisper White. And then this will be 5, 6. And then I have my piece of Whisper White from the first card. Unless I use some, oh, it's right here. Got a little pile going on. So there's my, because this is 8 over here. So there's 7. So now I got to go to my next layer. My next layer is my DSP. Now this came out of a little 6.5 or 6x6 pack of paper. This is Tidings of Christmas. And you get a ton of paper in this little pack. It's in the main catalog. And it's a 6x6 pack, and I love it. And I'm going to be using this red pattern here. And I need this now. I have directional. I want my these flowers to go up and down. And being that this is designer paper and it's kind of thin, I can cut 2 of these at one time. So I want this cut at 4 because my directions told me that I cut that one at 4. So I'm going to cut 2 of these at a time. So this will be over here for another card sometime. And I got to go by 5 1/4. So I turned it. And now I have 2. And then I'm going to cut 2 more. So I'm going to put it in at 4. And I'm going to turn it. And now I have 4. And these were already cut to 6 by 6, so I'm doing it right like it come out of the package. And now I have 6, and I have 1 more to do because I had 8 pieces. And I already did that one. And then I'm going to turn it. And now I have 7, and this is 8. Okay, so now the next piece of paper that I have to cut is some cherry cobbler. So I'm going to bring out a piece of cherry cobbler, and I have to cut this at 4 5/8. So that is after the half, and it's like the 2 tick marks after the half mark. I don't normally do 5/8, but I just wanted a tiny bit of red around that little white. So I'm going to cut 1 like that first, and then I'm going to do the next one, and I'll see how many I get out of this sheet of paper. Oh, my score just fell. There we go. And then it has to be by 3 1/8. So it's 3 and it's 2 tick marks past is the 8th mark. So I'm going to get 1. And it looks like I'm going to get just 2. Maybe if I cut the lengthwise, I might have got better. I don't know. And there's 3. And there's 4. So now I got 4 of them. Put them off to the side. You know, here's one that's, nope, that's not even, that's in a different, I was like, here's a scrap one. That's not even the color. Okay. Let's try it this way. Let's cut these at 4 5/8. I don't think I will. I'm gonna keep it this way because I don't think I'm gonna get any more by doing that. Just looking at it from cutting paper a lot. So we're gonna cut this. That'll give me 2 more. And then I have, yeah. And then I'll have to cut this one because the other one I was fiddling with. So I don't have an extra one of that. Okay. And then we're going to go at 2 1/8. So there's another one. 3 1/8. And there's another one. And then, so that gave me 4, 5, 6, and I need 1 more. So now I got 7, 8. So that's just an extra piece. Those will be extra pieces of scrap. So now I got to go back to my white. And for my white, I need 4 1/2 by 3. So if I go 3, 3, that's 9. I'm better off cutting it this way because then I think I can get, yeah, I think I can get more. So I'm going to go 4 1/2. Well, actually, I won't be able to get 2 out of this. Well, we'll give it a try. We'll see what we can get. Then we're going to cut it by 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. And then this is only 4 1/4, but we can cut this at 3 this time. And then we can go 4 1/2. 4. So we got 5 out of this and a little bit of scrap. So that was a good way to go. Okay, 5. So we're going to cut another piece. I can get a piece out here. Actually, I have a scrap piece sitting here. So I'm going to cut it at 4 1/2. I got 5. So no, that won't work because of the way it's cut. We'll save that one. I thought it would work, but it won't. So we'll cut this one at 4 1/2. And then we're going to turn it and we're going to cut it at 3. And 3. So I had 5, 6, 7. So that's all I need. So now I got 7 of them. And now I'm going to get out some scrap strips here. I have a bunch of little strips like this. And I need them. This is already a 1/2 inch, I could tell. So it's at a 1/2 inch. So now I'm going to cut them at 2 1/2. And I'm going to cut myself 8 of these. 1, 2, and this is for my greeting. 3. So I got 3 of them. And then let me find another piece. I always keep these ones. Anything under a 1/2 inch, I don't usually keep. 3, 4, 5, a couple more. 6 and 7. So there's 7 because this is my 8, so I only needed 7. Okay, so now all my parts are cut. So now I'm just going to leave this sitting off here off to the side. So I don't got to cut anything more unless I want to cut it down, which I will, so it'll fit into my cutter. But I think I'll cut it down after I do stamping. So now we're going to do all the stamping parts that I have to do, that I'm going to need to cut out with the die cutting machine. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to bring in the colors that I'm going to need. I'm going to need the cherry cobbler and the soft succulent and then the early espresso. Those other 2 I don't need right now. So we're going to start with the soft succulent. And I should have told you what stamp set I'm using and that, which I did not. I'm using Christmas Seasons. And I'm using the dies that go with it, the Christmas season label dies. I love this set, absolutely love it. It's beautiful. And then I'm going to be using, it's the best time of the year out of the Peaceful Deer, because this set does not come with a greeting. So that's what I'm going to do here. Off to the side over here, I have my stamps already mounted from when I made this the first time. So I'm going to stamp up this like holly leaf. And I need 8 of them. So I'm going to stamp 8 times. 1, 2, 3. I do not, oh, my daughter might be home from school. 4, and my little dog is barking. Sorry, guys. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sula, no one's here but Sissy. 6, 7, and we're going to do one more, which makes it 8. And I just realized I didn't have my pad underneath this, but it's meant to have those greens in there. That's how the shape of that die is. It's meant to look like a little aged. But I like to have my little black mat. And I didn't have my little black mat, so now I do. Okay, so now we're going to do the green. We'll do the green first because I think I can fit all of them right, or green. Early espresso. I think I can fit all of the little pine cones on this side. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, that one's a little close. I may have to, I got that one just a tad bit close, so I think just in case, I got a piece of that scrap over here. That happens. I'm going to stamp another one of these. So I may have an extra one for a future card, or I may not. So now I'm going to bring in my little Whisper White, what do you want to call it? Stamp pad. And I've already inked it up. And I'm going to ink this little guy. And I'm going to lay over top of this. Just want to go down quick and up because this will slip and slide. You might get a couple out of them before you have to. Yeah, I think I can get 2 before I have to re-ink every time. It's going to soak in. We're going to use the heating tool. There we go. That one probably could have been re-stamped. It's all good. There's no mistakes in this card making. Oh, I slid that one. Must have had it good and juicy. I'm going to keep that one just in case. And then we'll do this one up. This is giving it that snow look, but not too much. I think I'm going to go over this one again. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like those two should have, I should have stamped them up again. Yeah. There we go. All right. So now we're done with that. But because I used the craft ink, it's still wet. So I'm going to take my heat emboss tool and I am going to heat this up. So sorry for the noise, but it'll only take a second. Okay, so now I got that done. I'm going to set that off to the side. Then I got this little strip here. We're going to take this little strip and we're going to take the cherry cobbler. And we're going to stamp. I think I've been stamping 8 of those. I'm going to have an extra one of every one of these. But that's okay if I made a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 of them. And now we're going to bring in my evergreen and my garden green. And we're going to get our white pieces over here that we cut out, the great big ones. Okay, and our card's right here. So we're going to just leave them off to the side. And we're going to get this. And we're going to do all the evergreen ones on every card first. So we're going to take this leaf. It's kind of like a, I don't know, it's some fern. I don't know the names of my ferns. And then I'm going to stamp this one down. You could do this even easier if you used your stamp and positioner. You could do them all once, but when I'm going back and forth flipping the stamp, sometimes I find it just as easy to do it this way. So while I'm stamping this, I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm sorry I haven't been producing the video content that I usually do. I've just had a very rough several months in my life. Just things have been breaking down here in my home and just a lot going on. So I'm just finally coming out of this like little, I don't know, dark cloud that's been over the house, and with my anxiety and all that, it really threw me into like a major depression. But now I'm, you know,
you've got
things
mail.
are looking better. So, and I thank you for all hanging around and not giving up on me. And those that have called and left comments and, you know, or asked me how I've been doing. I really appreciate that. It's wonderful, you know, what this does, be stamping up and brings like a group of people and you become friends and become family, and it's wonderful. Oh, if you hear my dog, he's outside the door crying, wanting to come in my craft room. But I'm not letting that happen because I'm busy. Okay, so now I got that part done. So now I'm going to move that, and I'm going to go to the evening evergreen. And I'm going to take this fun little, it looks like a pine needle to me. And I'm going to stamp one kind of off, but on top of the greenery a little bit. And then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to stamp another one this way. And so we're going to do all these now, back and forth. So I have not started any of my Christmas cards because normally I'd be making a lot of cards throughout the Christmas season. You know, like I should be done, you know, just sharing a few here and there, but I have only made a few. So I've decided that I've got to get busy and get my cards together. So I figured this would be a fun way to share how I do my cards and a fun way for me to get them done. And I'm sharing with you guys how I'm doing them. And, you know, that's wonderful. At least I think it's wonderful. And I get to chat, which is something I like to do. So there, so now we got that part all done. So now we can take and get this out of the way. We can get all this stuff out of the way. Put these back over here in our little pile. get this mat out of the way, and we're going to bring this stuff down. Now I'm going to get my scissors here, and I'm going to cut up this. So this will all fit through my mini cutter. And we can get this all cut out. Okay. So we're going to bring in my mini guy. I call him the mini guy, or the little guy, or whatever we call him here. And then we're going to open this up. Platform 1 and 2. And remember, we got to offset these. And I got all my dies in my little plate here. We're going to do these first. And we're going to cut out all 8 of these. And this is where, if you need to go to the bathroom, take a phone call, anything during the live right now, you may want to do that, because this will take a couple minutes. And these cut out individually, so then we're going to just create a little pile right there. He is such a big baby, guys. And if anybody's new or just tuning in watching this, or going to watch this later, he is a chocolate lab and a big baby. And he's not in the same room as me. Because he's mama's boy. And he hears me talking in here, so he's thinking he's got to come in here and see who I'm talking to. Because it surely ain't him. And he wants to know. So, Diane, did you get to play with look at all your stuff? And I took Diane her order last night from couple orders now. And I dropped them all off to her. And I was like, Merry Christmas. I felt like Santa. And this is how I would do if I was getting ready to, like,
you've got mail.
Sorry about that. If I was getting ready to go to an event or something, I would prep as much as I could. Like, I do all the cutting. I would do the stamping and stuff at the event. But then I would know how much, stuff I wouldn't have to sit and do too much, while I could produce more out. So, I didn't take the phone out of my room neither. The answer machine will have to get that. So you will hear the phone ringing in the background. Oh, my husband grabbed it. So there we go. I'm going to cut this off so it doesn't. Yep. I think that might have moved that one on me. So it's probably a good thing that I got an extra one down. And there we go. So there we go. I just got new blades for these two. I'm gonna have to plates. Oh, you looked at them, Diane? That's good. And you can get some stuff done. All right, so now we're done with that one. So now we're going to grab the pine cone, and we're going to work on these. Actually, I want to flip this over. When you get a new mat, you should flip it over, go back and forth with the dies, so don't get the not the dies, I'm talking the crystal plates, so they don't get warped. What I mean is, see how these are starting to bow? You don't want that to happen, so if you go back and forth on them, then they won't bow. And I'm moving this all around. Yeah. Sorry if you can hear my husband talking in the background. He's talking to a friend of ours on the phone, and my dog had pushed my door open to my craft room a crack. So, so yeah. This takes a couple minutes, but you know, it's not a hard card. And when you're done, you have 8 beautiful little cards. Also, I should tell you while you're here, if anybody wants to take advantage of the join group, you can do that. That is happening right now. You have until the end of the month to join Stampin' Up! For $75, and you get $125 worth of product. So, I got tape sticking on me everywhere. I think some of my white probably could have what do I say, dry a little longer. I'll have to wipe my pad off, but it's all good. It still gives it that frosty, snowy look when I get done putting some Wink of Stella on it. Yeah. I'm definitely going to lose one of these. Almost. We just got the berries, guys. I had to do an extra one of these. And I'm going to lose that one. And I'm not going to cut that one out because I only needed 7 technically. So that the process will go a little bit faster here. Okay, so we're done with that. That one I didn't need because I ruined it. I'm going to need a new piece of tape. I don't know what I do. Oh, it's right here. I'm like, what did I do with my tape? And then it cuts out these berries. I love that this cuts out these berries. So now I'm going to cut these out. Oh, my dog is being a very bad boy and trying to jump up on my husband. And he can't get up there because I don't know. Some of you know my husband took a tumble on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and he went down and he twisted his leg and, you know, and hurt himself. So now the dog thinks that he can keep jumping up on him because he's used to getting love and attention from him. But he doesn't understand that he can't. He can't get up there. So, we're gaining 4 more, guys. 4 more. That's all we're gonna do. Because I don't need all. I don't need that last one. I only needed 7. There's 4. It seems like things are going to get crazy, so I'm going to try and get as much time to come on and do lives with you guys. My daughter, Sarah, I know I've been waiting for her to get her license and stuff, but she just got her car back, just got it on the road. It's a nice little car, but it's low to the ground. I am a little nervous about her driving it for winter yet. So I think we've decided that she's gonna get her license so we can practice with her this winter and the winter. But I'm gonna keep driving her. My husband and I are gonna keep driving her to and from work, and then also my other daughter, Paige, just joined cheer, so she has practice every single night from 5:30 to 7. So between me and my husband, we have to pick her up and, you know, drop her off and all the good stuff. So that's kind of where we're at. And, you know, she's in this age where it's all the school stuff now. My last one, so we can't. And she's very excited about it. Okay, I'll save this one because I did one too many. All right, we're done cutting everything out. That was probably, I want to say, the longest process of this whole card was right there. And I should let you guys know, if you want to purchase any of the supplies that I'm sharing with you today, you can go to bonniescreativeplace.stampinup.net and you can purchase anything from there. Now, the other thing we're going to do, so that I can officially say we're all done with our stamping, is I'm going to stamp the greeting, which I should have done it earlier and I forgot, on all these little cards here, all 7 of these. And this says it's the best time of the year. And on that one, I got it very close to the edge. So I have to get these a little closer to me or I can't see where I'm stamping them. Okay. And I'm just going to stamp these up. Okay, so I got all them stamped. I'm just going to push them right off and over there in a little pile. And we're done with all the inking. So now we're going to put our cards together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these white cards and I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to fold them all together. So we're just going to fold them in half. You could have scored these, pre-scored them. I didn't do that, so I'm just going to fold them in half, which if my eyes would stop playing tricks on me, and if I didn't see the white underneath, I could probably do this a little faster. There's one. And I like to give it a good crease so that it stays down really nice and flat. I don't know if this, I just thought this would be a wonderful way to show you how I do, like when I have to do a lot of Christmas cards, I do like assembly lining, I guess. I create all of one thing and then just start putting it together. Makes it easier than... And Christmas time is the one time I do this the most. As I make sure that my cards are... Wait a minute, that moved on me. There we go. Okay, so now I got all that done. Now we're going to bring in the red paper and we're going to attach this to my, okay, what did I do with, oh, right there it is. I'm like, what did I do with my, and we're going to attach this to here. I'm just leaving a small border. Oops, sorry that I was off camera. I'll get back in the camera next time. And I'm just going to set them up there out of the way. Okay. So have any of you guys finished your Christmas cards yet? And this does not have a saying yet. So, of course, I still have to create a saying on the inside. I'll look and see what I have here. But, I don't know. I haven't done that part. So my card will still not be complete. I think I'm going to take one from one of the, maybe out of that deer one. Okay. Okay, so we have that done. Now we're going to take these two pieces and we're going to mount these onto here. So we're going to put the white onto the red. Yeah, that's a little crooked. Come on. Thank you. Okay. So now we have that done. So now we're going to build on these. So I'm going to take all my little parts here. I got them all in separate piles. Okay. There's a big one and a small one of these. I probably should have separated them like that when I did these, and I didn't. If I could pick them up. I think I did that pretty good. There we go. Okay. So I just laid these down flat with a little bit of adhesive, and I just took one and went this way. I took one of these and I went this way. And then I took one of these and went this way. Okay, and I'm just going to set that aside. You haven't started yet, Diane. Wow. I know, that's me. I'm a little behind. I'm like, I better get busy. I send quite a few. I send to all my sisters and all my nephews and all that. So I do have quite a few, and nieces and aunts. So I have quite a few that I have to send cards to. I can't pick these up today. Can't pick nothing up. I think my ink is coming to a end here. So I had a very nice Thanksgiving. I hope you guys all did good. I just had my own little family here. It seems so weird. I'm from a big family, if you're new just watching this. And I only had my little family. And I was like, it just seemed weird not having only my family. I was like, but it was nice too. It's kind of bittersweet. I missed my sisters and my brothers, but we've been doing family get-togethers once a month too, because of the fact that our families are getting big, and families that are having you know, families can't get together. You know, they're going to their in-laws and they're going to their, then their moms and stuff. So it's hard. You can't all get together like we used to. So we've been trying to do this monthly thing, and if you make it, you make it. And if you can't, you can't. It's not a big deal. So, all right. So now these are extras from the one that I did 8. So now we're going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals, which I put over here, and we're going to flip these berries over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, I don't need that one. That's an extra one. All right. Oh, right here. I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm going to put a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of all of these little circles here. And these minis work perfect to put them on there. And we will go from there. It might be easier if I used a little pokey tool. I don't know. And this might be the longest thing that, yeah. But this is probably another, besides die cutting, that takes you a little while on this card. But the card is stunning when you're done. At least I think it is. I like it. It's not too much. I think it's a simple card that you could make. I mean, and you could make as many as you wanted of these. That's another thing I do if I plan on using designer series paper. And I knew I only had 8 pieces of this designer series paper. So that's how I decided on how many cards I was going to make like this. Now, sometimes I may make 10 because I have the 12 by 12 and you can get more. So it all depends on what paper I'm going to use. If I want to use DSP paper. So if I'm going to use DSP paper, then I have to decide and what I'm going to, how many I'm going to make. Now the DSP is this designer series or pattern paper. Some people are known it as. I just want to emphasize that I use that word a lot, and I don't want anybody that might be new hearing this and saying, what is she talking about? So we got them done. So we'll put this off to the side, and now we're going to open this up, bring these in, and this is to hopefully make all these fall in there, but that doesn't always happen with me. I can have this right underneath me and I will still find one on the table. So there we go. And then I'm just going to stick them down in the middle. And then that one's done. Diane, why are they closing your road down that way today? Or is that an old sign? I was going to ask you that last night last night when I seen you and I forgot. I seen that the said road closed Monday. Keep looking. I'm sorry if I've not looked up at the comments because sometimes I get talking or working. Okay. So now we did that. So now again, more dimensionals. See, I have a whole mess that they didn't even make it in there. So now we're going to put 5 dimensionals on the back of this, all these. Put one in each corner and one in the middle. Nope, I'm still recording. I'm just not talking. My daughter popped in. Are you done? She just got home from school. Well, you know that if you've been here. The dogs let us know that. So now we're going to bring these in. And we are going to peel these off. And then we're just going to place this right here in the middle. Just like that. You can still see the original card. Leave it in the card on the view. Got little fuzzies on there. Oh, they didn't do it. How long was that going to take them? That was going to be quite the drive for you around everywhere. Right there. I was thinking of that. I was like, oh my goodness. It would almost been worth you parking your car on the other side in somebody's driveway and driving over on one side and walking that little distance if you had to go all the way around. Okay. I still made a mess, but not as bad as it would have been. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add our greeting. And so I'm going to bring these in because I put that one layer up. You'll see what I mean. Got to make sure they're all going the same way. Okay. And I'm going to put one of these dimensionals on the end of each one of these. I'll make sure they're going the right way. Yeah. I think they are. And the reason why we only need it on the end is because this part's going to be hanging over. I'll show you here in just a second. and we need it on the end, and then we need to have adhesive on this side. So then we're going to remove this one, bring this card in, and see how this end is going to hang over. We're going to line it right up with that, and then this is going to go down. And so that has to be even so it don't look wonky. So that's what we did there. So we'll set that there. We're getting closer, guys, to being done. This is getting exciting. Oh, see, that side I didn't look at it. I should have looked at this one. That's okay. There's no way, there's a way to fix the card. I thought I had it right, and I didn't. Now I can't get this stuff off my nails. It wants to stick to me. Oh, go away. Okay, now it's going to stick to that. Okay. See, I have to put the dimensional on the side where it is, and I put it on the side where year is. Okay. Was it a quick, it must have been, is it quick process? Then must be. Not going to take that long then. I didn't know. I thought they were like doing the bridge or whatever, you know, that, yeah, like you said, the culvert, but I was like, God, I wonder how long they're going to be shut down right there. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, when I pulled in your driveway, I was going to tell Les, there was a deer right across the street going right in them into the swampy area there. And I thought, oh, Les, you can hunt right from your porch. It was a nice little sized deer too. It's probably where they're all hiding, is down in there, so all the hunters can't get them. So now I'm going to take, because this is the original card, now I'm going to take these little dot things that I have. They're called matted decorative dots. So I've decided I'm going to use these couple greens and some of these, and we're going to get it all figured out here. And I need a little pokey tool, and I'm going to use these ones up first. So I kind of put one here, and then I got one about here, and then I grabbed an itty bitty one, and I put that one like over here, and then we'll set that aside. I thought this was a fun little card. And then after we get all these on here, see, we're almost done. Then the final thing I decided to do to these cards was to add some Wink of Stella. So I got my Wink of Stella here, and I just went along all these colors here. I don't know if I got any coming out. I need to get my little, you all know about me and Wink of Stella. I think there's Wink of Stella in this. I think this is the new one. I don't know. There it is. There it comes. Yep. And then when you ever do like on the red, do you see how that made that little like I don't know, it smeared it a little bit. I like the look of it, but you want to take something, and on the end of my brush it's red, so you want to just brush that off, or otherwise that red is going to carry over onto anything else that you touch. So just have something that you can wipe it off with. And then I just added Wink of Stella to all my cards, and then they'll be done. I'm just wishing some on here. And sometimes some of these things, if you want to sit, if you don't want to do them all at one time, you can also do these at like while you're watching TV. You could die cut this stuff out if you watching a show or something. It all depends on what you want, how much you want to put into it. But I'll tell you, I enjoy this card. I thought it was quick, simple. It was fun. Thank you, Diane. And I love this set. There's a couple other fall, and this is a good card. Yes, it's good for Christmas, but after Christmas. I mean, there's still holly and pine cones and stuff still out there. You know, they're out there after the holidays, so you could send this as like a birthday card to somebody in the winter, or you know, a get well card. It still would be a pretty card for after. You could get multiple uses out of this, I feel. Yeah. So, but I don't think we did too bad on getting this done. And that is all 8 of our cards. All of them. We got all 8 done. Well, you did 7 with me, and I did 1 ahead of time. The 1 is just creating the card, and then 2, you just mass produce them. But that's how I do it. Make sure you write everything down so that you have all your measurements. And that's it. So thank you for hanging out with me, Diane. I think it was just you and I doing the card today, but I'm sure other people will watch it on the replay. Probably people are very busy. But I've got 8 cards done. Woohoo! I got more to go. If you enjoyed this, let me know, and I will definitely do my next card like this too. I have a couple more ideas. So I'm going to try to edit this video. I don't know how to do it, edit it. I'm going to try to edit it so that it'll be a little faster for people that watch it later on, if it works out. But if not, I'm very sorry. You'll have to fast forward yourself through the long processes. All right. Bye-bye. I'll catch you guys later. Talk to you soon.